Hello, welcome to Harlem Week 2026 Youth Roundtable Discussion. We are so excited to have our youth from numerous organizations in the community here to have a really honest and open conversation about what it feels like to be a member of the community at this age. Before we kick off and meet all of our amazing youth, we want to thank all of our partners. So the Police Athletic League, Harlem Mothers and Fathers Save, Impact Repertory Theater, Harlem Bomb Shelter, DA Bragg's office, and Teaching a Generation for sharing their youth with us to sit and be a part of this awesome conversation. To get us kicked off, we are going to just do a little icebreaker so we can get to know everybody and you can know who you're hearing from. So to kick it off, guys, we want you to introduce yourselves. So tell us your names, tell us your ages, and then we want to hear from you. What is one thing people should know about your generation? I'm gonna kick it off from the right.
Okay, so hi everybody, my name is Noah. I'm 16 years old, and one thing I think everyone should know about our generation is that we're the generation of change, and we are the generation that is breaking a lot of old social norms, and it blossoms creativity and empathy for future generations to come.
Hello, I'm Todd. I'm just turned 20. And to add on to what he said, I believe that we're like innovative. We add on, we build off to what the older generation have said and just try to make it more unique and fit us better and help anybody else to follow after.
Our generation is rebellious. We do whatever we want in peace and claim that.
Hi, my name is Rebecca. I'm 18 years old, and one thing I think people should know about our generation is that we're tough, we're resilient, and we're strong.
Pass it backwards.
I'm Jazz, I'm 16, and I think our generation is very loud and passionate with what they believe in, and that they're not afraid to speak out on it.
Hi, I'm Nicola, and I feel like our generation, we're strong, we're unique, we're different. We bring a new, fresh, just energy, just from our generation, and it also comes from the old generation. So I just feel like they were strong, and they led the way, so now we're leading the way for another generation to just make it even stronger.
Hello, my name is Gerald. I'm 17, and this answer may sound generic, but I feel like our generation is leaders.
I'll go first. So my name is Car. I'm 21 years old, and I think as a Gen Zer, the one thing about our generation is that we're very innovative and that we're fierce. Especially with social media, we know how to like market ourselves to promote change.
Hi, my name is Danica. I'm 11, and my generation is like, what can I say?
There's no wrong answers.
I want to say my generation kind of sucks because like everybody like kinds of like always gets hurt, and yeah.
Hi, my name is Riley, and something I would say about our generation is we're very loud and I would say very fun and filled with different personalities.
My name is Tiana. I'm 18, and I think our generation is very stubborn. I think that we know it all, but like Carr said, we're very innovative in terms of like social media. Back in the day, people didn't have social media, so they actually had to go places and do things, but we're able to do a lot of things just from like our homes and stuff. So very adaptive as well.
Hi, my name is Madison. I'm 15, and I'd say our generation is very different and has a lot of different characteristics.
Hi, my name is Kujaji. I am 14, and I think my generation is very lively and energetic.
Okay. So this year's theme for our conversation is legacy, leadership, and passing the torch. So to kick it off, the first question that I have for all of you is, when you hear the word legacy, what does it mean to you? And when you think about it, what kind of legacy do you hope that you're leaving in this community with your family, even when you think about something like school? What is that legacy that you leave behind? What does it mean? And anybody can jump in and start.
I would say a legacy I want to leave behind is that it's okay, like, to break the narrative of being tall and not playing any sports. Because I feel like as a tall person, like, I get asked even on the elevator going home, yo, you play ball? No, I don't. I just like to cook, so I feel like just breaking that norm of, yes, I could be tall, but I don't necessarily have to be on a D1 team. I could just be in a kitchen.
Okay. Anybody else?
I feel like legacy has to do with money, life, history, and stuff that's passed on to people.
I'm not like 100% sure exactly what legacy I want to like be passed down. I'm honestly not sure if I want to have kids, but you know, I'm still young, so we'll figure that out. But one thing I do want to pass down is always like be true to yourself, especially as a person of color. It's a lot going on in this world, especially with the government and towards black and brown people specifically. So yeah, just keep advocating for yourself and don't feed into stereotypes.
I would say for me, legacy is a positive, significant change that leaves an impact, that which we call history. And some things what could be considered history, or some things is just, it happened and it just kind of goes over. But for me, legacy is breaking them generational curses that, you know, growing up, some things your parents thought it was okay and then you thought it was okay. Like for me, is showing my child that certain things wasn't okay and show her what's okay and right from wrong, you know. So that's what it is for me.
Legacy for me is understanding that mastery is, I guess, most important. You know, mastery of oneself, mastery of one's skills, mastery of one's emotions, and understanding that leadership doesn't come from what you do just overall. It comes from within, you know. Anybody want to?
This way.
Oh.
What does legacy mean? Legacy to me is not only the big things that you leave in history, but it's the small memories that people that you've connected with are able to think back on and reminisce about. Like when I'm gone, I want people to be able to have those remember when conversations and then say a funny story or something to remember me by. It doesn't always have to be something big, but it's in those small moments that linger in other people's heads when they think about you. That's what legacy means to me.
Yeah, I agree with what everyone has said so far, because like legacy is something that we look back at the past and people who like broke walls and barriers for us to like even be here. But going off of that question, who has influenced the person that you all are becoming now? Yeah, of course. Who has influenced the person you're becoming? It could be someone you know, it could be a family member, whoever.
I would say my mom definitely influenced a lot of it, which is kind of like, oh yeah, well, she's your parent. But a lot of parents don't do that for people. I feel like for my mom, she had a rough childhood, so she's trying to make me have a better one, and she's making me like, stronger, and like a more like tough for what I have to say, and she's making me be able to speak out what I want to do more, because that's not what she was able to do.
I don't have one specific person that has influenced me. I feel like I'm influenced by a whole bunch of different things, like friends, teachers, even people that I don't speak to in my everyday life anymore. I'm probably going to be influenced by all you and seeing how you guys think and what you guys hear about certain topics. So, yeah.
I feel like somebody that influenced me is my community. because making friends in like this generation is very hard, and like life can be mean sometimes. So like I feel like people you talk to on a daily basis, they could really influence your life.
I just want to piggyback on her because I literally was going to say the same thing. Everybody influenced me. Strangers, going to the doctors, going to the store, hearing a conversation that was meant for me, that was a sign for me in my spirit. So just everybody, community, friends, strangers, everybody, a dog, a human, a plant, just everything is influence to me, like just everything.
I wasn't gonna say that, but I agree. Honestly, yeah, everything is an influence, I think. But I was specifically gonna say museums. I'd say as an artist personally, I think going to any kind of museum, seeing paintings, artists all up there, and I'm just like, dang, I'm gonna be right in that position one day. I'm gonna take your spot. You know, that's definitely an influence. Like Michelangelo, he influences me because he did it at 25. You know, I could do it at 25. You know, that's the yeah.
Something that inspires me was my teacher, because like she teaches me things, and I wanted to teach like other people.
To go off of what my coworker Nicola said, everyone, because like from the second you walk out of your house, you always meet one new person. Even on, you could walk the same route every day, take the same bus every day, same time, everything. But there's always going to be a new person in your life. And every person in my, not in my life per se, but yeah, my life, it has inspired me. Even when it's some random person, like, telling me, oh, okay, I understand you don't want to do this, but what do you want to do? Opposed to just giving you a book that you have to read, give you a book that you want to read, if that makes sense.
Just to piggyback off of that, like those people and experiences that influence all of you guys, what lessons do you guys think you guys took from that you guys want to teach to those to come, like in the future? Like, what do you think you guys have learned through those stories?
This might be a little cliche or generic, but I just feel like respect does get you a long way, no matter where you go. Even if somebody may not be treating you with respect, even giving them respect is just like, you could be showing them like, listen, like, it's okay, like everybody's not a meanie or everybody's not disrespectful. So I just feel like just bring a light when you walk into a room and just show people that like you are a good human being, because there's not that much human beings that are genuine like that. So just be that light that you would want to see in somebody.
I want to add on to what she said, because like it's not many, I wouldn't was sometimes it's hard to find people that like really have a pure heart and have good intentions sometimes. So it's like you go through experiences to learn people you can trust, people you shouldn't trust. I feel like you shouldn't, no matter how people treat you, you shouldn't go to be as low as them, because at the end of the day, you just gonna end up being how they are too, and it's not gonna get you nowhere.
A lesson that I learned from most people that influenced me was like to be yourself no matter what, like not as like you don't care of how you carry yourself, but like carry yourself in a way that you're comfortable and you feel best suits you. Like, be yourself. Don't try to think that you're littler than somebody else because you have something less or not as much or as going as them, but just overall be yourself, be unique.
Never make an assumption about these things. Anything. Never make an assumption, period. I'd say never make the assumption, oh, I'm not good enough. I agree with what you were saying. Never make the assumption, I'm not good enough. I don't have the qualifications. They'll say no. All of that anxiety is just your head. You're not predicting the future. You haven't tried it yet. So never make assumptions.
A lesson, well, I have two main lessons that I've learned. The one is you miss 100% of the shots that you don't take. And this I'm gonna take with me, especially like as a upcoming freshman in college in the fall. I need to start learning how to network and connect more and start showing my face more. Another major one being that I'm going to college, the 7 Bs, books before boys, because boys bring babies. Young ladies, listen, it's true.
That was a good one. I 1000% agree with what you said. But I do want to add on to what Maddie said. I definitely believe, as if there's anything that I've learned from like the influences around me, is to always ask for help when you need it, especially if you're scared or like afraid that you might disappoint somebody in a way. It's always okay to ask for help when you need it. Otherwise, you're gonna continue to struggle and you won't get the proper materials or help that you need from other areas. I too have that problem of not asking for help, but recently, after like doing some self-reflecting as a writer, I've realized that I don't have nothing to be afraid of. I also don't have to be afraid of disappointing anybody, because if I do disappoint, I know I will come back twice as hard and make them proud. That's always the mindset that I like to have now, especially when it comes to like academics and stuff. I've never been like good in that area, but recently through Impact Repertory Theater, they've helped me understand that it's okay to ask for help, and it's also okay to kind of like, I don't know how to explain it, but yeah, ask for help when you need it.
You guys, on the first question, had such amazing stuff, and I have more questions for you guys. So actually, what I heard somebody say was, when we talked about the generation, that there was kind of a part of it that sucks. And so I want to know from you guys, what do you feel like your generation is facing right now? What's like one thing really going on with your generation that is important to you? It could be an issue, it could be a good thing. And if there's something that you want to change, how much of it is your responsibility to change as young people? And how much influence do you feel like you have to make a change for something going on in your generation?
I feel like our generation is like going through a lot of gun violence. Because not recently, but I had a friend that actually passed away due to gun violence. So I feel like in like our generation, we should try to get people to like make better choices, do better stuff in life, not like always be in the streets and stuff. Like there's always other stuff to do, but like be outside, do dangerous stuff, and like make better choices.
I would say like our generation has problems with like social media, like a lot, like a social media mindset, because a lot of things that like happen in the world, a lot of things that people say come from social media, and that is low-key like killing our brains and causing everyone to be like under some type of weird influence. And that's also why a lot of like human connection is hard to have, because everyone's always on their phones and always just online. I mean, there's not really much that I could personally do about it, but I think like communities like this, if we come together and like show like human connection is still here, like we could also talk to each other, then that could also cause like an impact to the world.
To add on to the gun violence, also gang violence too, that is, I feel 50-50 on it, only because I've grown up with, you know, boys who have fallen victim to it, and I see for myself how it's not always their fault necessarily. It's more so the environment, the company you keep, or even just one bad decision that just, you know, reframes everything. But as far as influence, I feel like I do have somewhat of an influence, because I do know some of these people personally, and I do, you know, go in their ear and tell them like, listen, you need to do this, you need to do that. It's been working, because they all graduated in June. They're all either going to college, doing some type of trade, or being firefighters, policemen. So that's good.
Helplessness in our community, in our generation, because of the fact that we don't even know for sure that the earth is going to stay healthy after we make other, you know, we make babies, you know what I mean? And we don't know how the economy is going to look like a couple years from now. I got out of high school and it's looking worse than the Great Depression, and it's bad. I'm not even joking. I'm not even joking. It's scary, very, very scary, and it causes a lot of depression, and a lot of people don't even know if they want to continue living for that. And it causes people to think so negatively and put it on others, and it makes it worse. That's one very scary thing, but I think we can make it through. So
I'll say for me, I feel like this generation is waking up. We're waking up to a lot of things. We're waking up to history. We're being guided by our discernment, our intuition, instead of just feeding into lies that we were told. And we're waking up with everything spiritually, with the history, just everything we're just waking up to. And if you know what I'm saying.
I think that a problem this generation has is that we confuse independence and isolation. And I think that a lot of people, they have support systems around them and support systems to help them if they need it, but they confuse wanting to be independent and wanting to take it on by themselves with isolation, and they end up cutting off those people that are there for them, and they end up just spiraling, and they end up not prioritizing their own mental health. And I think as a generation and a community, we have to start prioritizing ourselves, but realizing that with prioritizing ourselves, there are also people that want to do that as well. They also want to prioritize us and make us realize how important we are in not only our life, but the people around us.
I like Nicola was saying, it takes a village, because honestly, like, yeah, I could be like, oh, we need to do da da da, but and also it's also like a mental, like if you personally don't believe in it, don't, like, now I'm not saying don't say it, but if you're not gonna be that type of person who's like, oh, I'm gonna cut down an hour of screen time, meanwhile your screen time is still 12 hours, you can't say that but not be true to it. How I was not brought up, but brought up, I guess you could say, is I used to have teachers who would say, I wouldn't tell you to do something that I personally wouldn't do. So people always are like, oh, let's do dot dot dot, but they don't do it themselves. So I feel like people should just be like, yeah, let's all do dot dot dot. Let's all take off an hour of screen time and maybe go outside. Like Tayana, I believe it was, right? Like Tayana was saying, making connections for college. So honestly, not saying all y'all are going to college. Like if you want to do what you want to do, I'm not going to be like, oh, don't do that. But do what you have to do, because it's not who you know. It's not what you know, it's who you know.
Yeah, it seems like there's a lot of conversation about community and taking that type of action, but what other types of actions do we think that you guys are currently taking in terms of changing our generation, or what other actions would you guys like to see more from our generation? Yeah, of course. So we talked a lot about community just now, and how that is an action of how like we can come together and to create something. But you personally, like, how have you created like some type of action, or what have you seen, or what would you like to see?
I would say personally, the sweater I got from a community that I was in at my school. It was called PGC, also known as Peer Group Connection. All that was like, I would be in 11th grade and I would mentor the 9th graders, and basically I'm just teaching them the ropes on how high school is, because I've been in y'all's shoes and I also was a part of the group. So I just feel like it never hurts to ask someone who been in that predicament before, because you never know what they know, because that could be the difference of you not like drowning, but not like, that's the difference between surviving and thriving, in my opinion.
One change I would like to see is probably like more community-based events. Well, I know, yeah, I do have a lot of them in Harlem, but I personally live in Far Rockaway, Queens, and it's not a lot to do out there, especially for the that like I want to say 12 to 18, 19 age group. Is not really much to do in terms of like actual activities that have the kids out of danger and out of the streets.
Something else I feel like that could help better our community and would definitely be to check on the youth's mental health, because I feel like most of the time we're as teenagers, we don't really like to talk about our problems, but everybody's different. We pretend that we're okay, we stay quiet, we don't really say much what we're going through, and most of the time because we do that, people think we're okay, nothing's wrong with us. But especially I feel like also adults, they assume that everything is okay without really asking much questions and thinking that, oh, since they look okay, they're okay, without really knowing what we're going through.
I feel like one change that should happen is like more activities for like the youth, like my age range and like other older kids, activities to do. Cause like in Harlem, some people have strict parents that doesn't let them go out far. Some people doesn't have the money budget to travel far. And like I just like every time I go out, I step out of my home, I just like notice many teenagers doing like many dangerous activities. So I think that one change we should do as a community is to add more activities for our age range.
Personally, I think one of the best ways for us to, take action is just putting yourself out there. If you feel like there's a problem with pollution in your community, find an organization that cleans up beaches on Saturdays. If you think there's a problem with food distribution among the homeless community, find a food shelter, and volunteer. I think there's so many systems out there set up for youth like us to help our community. And I think if there's a problem and you're aware of it, go ahead and take action.
Me personally, I just had a cousin that just came and graduated from my middle school, and I used to hear stories of how he used to act, and it resembles to how I used to act towards middle school. I used to be a hothead. I used to feel like I had to prove something to people. I used to fight people for just, if I felt any way disrespected. And once I saw that reflecting onto him, I realized I had to just sit back and reflect off that, and I try to correct him. I correct him and his friends every time I see them after school. I remember it was just winter, not too long ago. They was throwing snowballs at people that they don't know. It's all fun and games until you accidentally hit the wrong person, and then it becomes an altercation. So I just try to correct them, stop an altercation from happening, let them learn off that. He's going into high school now. I know I told him stories about how fun it was for me in high school, how I used to do things, but that's not the person that I am now. So I just wanted to follow into the steps that lead him into a better man with him still learning from any actions that he do, but make sure he doesn't have to learn it the hard way where he's permanently punished, and that's just going to be something that lives over his head forever. There you go.
I feel like even sitting here right now, with all of us being the youth and just speaking on it is the change in itself. We're being the change that we want to be. Even being a part of this tag community that me and my coworkers in, and I have a few members that sit and watch us as well. We're in outreach, which is a team, and we give out flyers. We make events and we give out flyers specifically for the youth and the community to bring us together. Also, shout out to Shorty at the end over there from Far Rockaway, Queens. You don't meet a lot of us. We're like the boring, you know what I'm saying? But basically, yeah, just be the change you want to be. Like, we have an event coming up this Saturday, a youth explosion, the whole community for Harlem, just be the change you want to be and participate. Like, go to the organization, go to programs, find out what you could get into. Somebody said like the beach and cleaning up. Just be the change you want to be.
Okay.
Dang it, I lost it.
That's okay. I have more questions for you guys that'll
Okay,
come.
cool.
So
I'll keep it
actually, I heard a couple of people talking a little bit about, what the generation before you guys has left. There's concerns about the state of the world and where it's going to be, or how much permission you have to go out and to do things. But what's something that the last generation did right and left for you guys that you agree with or that you're really grateful for as a part of getting to like live now? Like anything that you felt like they left behind as their legacy for you guys to pick up that you feel like they did really well and you want to kind of see that preserved? We got some up here.
The first thing that comes to mind is, well, for me, looking at my older generation, which would be my family and the people that I know, would be being independent and being strong no matter what. Even though the older generation, they're the strict and all this, but where did that strictness kind of get us? You know what I mean? Like, the strictness got me here, and I'm probably like, I would consider myself a very bubbly and a genuine, pure person. So I feel like being independent and being strong and just not giving up, even though you probably heard it 1,000 times and your parents tell you this is things that you apply when you're doing certain things in life.
Something that the last generation I feel like got right is teaching us in terms of mannerisms, like even something as little as excuse me. I'd be like, oh, we don't say excuse me no more. We don't, wipe down the stove when you finish cleaning the dishes. You know what I'm saying? That's a part of the dishes. I was always taught that. I don't know. But yeah, certain mannerisms I would definitely say I'm glad that, well, at least I've learned. Everybody hasn't picked them up, but definitely will be passing it on to my kids if I have any.
I really like that. That was good. Like, mannerisms, definitely, like, just acting right. But personally, I think teaching us to be, like, stubborn, not really taking no for an answer, and always fighting for what we believe in as people. I think that, personally, my mom, my dad, they both told me that if I want something, I should always put 110% to go and get it, and never let nobody tell me that it's something that I can't achieve. And I think that that's something that everybody should know, and I think that's what the older generation got right.
I agree with both of them. I think that a lot of people in like this generation kind of need some like more home training, but like I feel like most of our parents did a good job of teaching us some home training, how to act out in public, how to be respectful to others. Even if they don't treat you with respect, you should always like be kind to others and stuff, because more doors go open in your way and stuff. Like, there's always more opportunities out there.
I feel like to piggyback off what everyone said, like Tayana said, manners. Like, I feel like if you, not saying it's wrong to not have it instilled in you from a young age, because you could still, like that one phrase is, you could teach an old dog new tricks. So like, even if it is you tell people, yes please, no thank you, like that could be the difference between you getting that job or you being not wasting your time, because everything happens for a reason, but you not having that source of income. And also just like having different people, I don't know, yeah.
Something that I feel like the old generation did good was teaching me that hard work goes a long way, because not everything in life is just going to be handed to you. You have to work for it to actually be able to become a successful person, or even get simple tasks done, such as even us working now. Like, we have to work hard to get our paycheck. It's not just going to be handed to us.
I'd say respect is a big thing that definitely got passed down to us, or at least to me. Like, that's something that my mom is very big on, and like trust is a very big thing too, that I think was passed down, right? I think a lot of people have like trouble with respect, which is kind of crazy, because that's like the first thing that you learn when you're younger. But what's it called? Like, I think it's just, I forgot. But like, respect mainly is like a thing that is most important.
Nice. Anybody else?
I personally would say to like keep a positive mindset. Try and keep a positive mindset no matter what, because there's gonna be a lot of challenges that come through. So if nothing is perfect, like there's gonna be to keep it real, there's gonna be multiple downs, but there also are gonna be ups. But like in my program that I'm in, Impact Repertory Theater, we have this saying that's keep a positive thought, because a positive thought cannot be denied. because you have to keep that. You have to try and keep that mentality to keep you going when you feel like you can't.
Okay.
That was a good one. I think I'd say setting a standard, like holding us accountable, especially as you get older, there are certain things that your family hasn't taught you growing up, and if it's anything for me, I would say like holding me accountable. Like I would just be like goofing off on the street, and I would be with like a bunch of like my friends, and we'd just be acting a fool, and there would always be somebody who would just point me out from like across the street and take time out of their day to come talk to me and set me right from wrong, which is always helpful in the end because I feel like that just means people care. Like that just shows how much people like care and like appreciate you and they want to see you succeed. And that's always like a good thing in the end because that's something that keeps you motivated as a person and keeps you in the positive mindset of, hey, this is right, this is wrong. So that's something I think, especially like for me with Impact Repertory Theater, they have like a huge standard of holding me accountable and telling me my right from wrongs. And every time I always end up reflecting and making the right decision instead of the wrong decision. Bars. So, so I think that's something that I'm like forever grateful for and will forever continue to be grateful for. And I feel like that's something I will carry with me for the rest of my life.
Okay.
I like how you had a little rhyme in there for a second. That was hard. But look, we was talking about the older generation, but what do you think us, like as the new generation, what do you think new perspectives we bring to the table? What do you think we are offering?
I feel like the new perspectives that we're bringing is that like, I don't know, like we just always are willing to, now I'm not saying everyone, but me personally, I'm always willing to talk to someone new. I feel like over this summer, I've spoken to so many new coworkers and made so many new connections that I feel like 2 years ago, I wouldn't have even been able to talk to my coworkers who are here today. So yeah, it's just like making new connections because you never know who's there.
Nice.
I would say we bring creativity, we bring new ideas. Like I said again, we bring like just a fresh new energy. Like we're just different. Like we're the new generation. We Gen Z, you know. So I just feel like as long as we just stick to what we need to stick to, and we know what we gotta do. We know right from wrong. We know yes or no. We know what to do. So as long as we just like basically what he said, we'll be okay. We'll be all right.
I'd say we bring a sense of no. We bring the lack of obsession towards rules because a lot of generations tend to say, oh, this is wrong, this is right, no, you shouldn't do this, no, you shouldn't do that, wait, this, blah, blah, blah. But we just being ourselves. We be ourselves in peace. We be ourselves towards anything, anyone, even if it doesn't, most of the time it doesn't affect people. When it does affect people, yikes, but I mean, you do you, girl, I guess. I mean, or not, I don't know. But perfect example, older generations, they hate gay people. I personally don't get it. Gay people, they love each other. I don't like. They're not really affecting anybody. So, it's something like that. Things like, oh, I'm just I'm openly gay. I'm not gay, but like, you know what I mean. Openly gay is they're just being themselves. That's what we do. We be ourselves in peace. We're not doing nothing to nobody else. We don't have the obsession of a rule. We're not gonna think, oh, I can't be this because of what something says.
So I'm gonna use that point to piggyback into what is probably gonna be our last question. You guys have had such great answers to everything, and I love hearing you guys talk about this. So I want you guys to think, if you had the mic on for all the adults in Harlem for 1 minute, what's something they need to really understand about your generation? What's one thing you want to make sure they know? Go for it, pass them around.
One thing is even though like our generation is very stubborn and we don't really like to abide by rules and things like that, we can come around as long as we're met halfway. Like for example, your mom, you have a problem with your son being on his video game all day, take him to a video game convention. Or if he likes watching streamers, take him to one of those streamer things where he can meet everybody and take pictures with them and be active. Just try to meet the kids halfway. We're trying, I promise.
To piggyback off of what she said, just like I feel like there's narratives on like the new generation being disrespectful, like we were talking about this entire period. But I feel like we're more so, we don't know how to talk to people. So naturally when someone says the wrong thing to us, we don't be like the older generation was, yo, could we talk about this? We naturally are not brought up, but we're naturally taught to knuckle up. Like, we don't talk with our mouths, we talk with our fists, and then like what happens. But I feel like that's a bad narrative. So like, I feel like this could be a whole generation thing, but we shouldn't be resolving our issues with violence. We should resolve our issues with conversations. So yeah.
I would say let people be like, let them be like independent, because like their parents won't be with you for your whole entire life. So I would say like be independent.
I would say for me, please listen to us to understand. Don't listen to argue with us or make us feel like we cannot speak up, because I had a problem with that growing up. And to be sitting here right now, to be very outspoken, confident right now, having that problem, I'm getting more confident every day. It just shows, like, you know, build us up, listen to us, like just listen, you know, even if you may think, oh, we're talking back or such and such, just listen for a second. Even if you have nothing to say, just listen. Like let us know that you're listening, instead of like just kind of you're talking back, like shut it up, like just hey, just, you know, whatever. Like with like some chopped liver, you know, like just give us a little, you know, little bit of that, and we'll probably come along, you know. That's how you break curses and generational curses. That's how you break stuff like that.
To add on to what she said, I really that's something I really want to point out too, because not saying my mom is not an understanding person, but I feel like we should also not even, because as for me personally, I have to, not that my mom she don't understand when I'm talking to her, but I need to give her reassurance that there's not always bad in what I'm saying or what I'm doing for myself. Like people, like our parents should listen more to what we have to say, because it could end up being something, it could get big, and not in a bad way, but it could be something big that influence younger people or different things. But yes, I agree with what she said that our parents have to listen more to what we're saying.
I agree with everything that everybody has said, because as a 14-year-old who just graduated middle school, I feel like they're very much protective of us, and they like to protect us too much, not letting us have the freedom to experience out there and stuff. Like I get fresh meat in high school or something, but there might be some bullies, there might be mean girls and stuff. But if we don't experience through those and stuff, how will we ever learn stuff in life? I feel like they should let us, our generation, define who we are.
Okay, I was this close to forgetting. So I wanted to talk about what you were saying in the sense of I feel like a lot of older generations be forgetting that we're not ChatGPT or Gemini or AI of any kind. We're not robots, you know? And I feel like they think that because we want basic respect, that we're snowflakes, you know? And I feel like that's disrespectful, first of all. A lot of the older generation, they say sit down, put your head down, and do the work. But I fully believe that we all deserve respect, no matter who you are, what you are, where you come from, all of that stuff. And for some reason, that's just unbelievable to them. I don't know. That's unbelievable. Yeah. Did you want to go? I think, yeah, you want to go first? Yeah.
Never, ever disregard your children's feelings.
Yeah.
Am I right?
Yeah.
I feel like there has been multiple scenarios where I've had either had to yell or fight my guardian on my feelings because she would take into consideration where I'm coming from, but she always thought what she thought was best. And majority of the time, it was never the case, and that always left me either going to bed with a heavy heart or just me acting a certain type of way because of the mindset that you provided me. I feel like it's important that us, our generation, we should teach the next generation and the next upcoming generation that it's always okay to feel a certain type of way, but to never disregard your feelings or go to sleep or do anything on a heavy heart, because that could affect your day and everybody else's day in between, and that's very chaotic.
All right. Heading this way.
I just want to ask y'all a quick question. What do you think, or what do you wish that the older generation asked us? What do you think they asked us? What do you wish they took into consideration about us?
Well, what Rebecca said, our feelings and what we think about the world, and yeah, because I feel like a lot of older people just mainly focus on how they grew up and how the world was when they were younger, but the world is completely different now, and we are currently changing the world as we speak. So I wish they would care more about what we have to say about what's going on in our world rather than just focusing on their own thoughts.
To continue what Jazz has said, I feel like that's something too, people, other people respecting your opinions, because everybody has different point of views of different things, and I feel like the older people should understand that without judging or having something mean to say to somebody.
Anybody else?
Just to piggyback off name Jazz. So yeah, basically pretty much just being fair with feelings and respect. The same way your parents want you to listen to them and you hear what they say, it should be vice versa. So just being fair and just being equal, 2 + 2 is 4. Just be equal, pretty much. It will just, what you give is what you get back. So you give that good energy, you're gonna get it back from your child or whoever, a friend, a stranger, just pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah. Real quick, I just wish that the older generation asked, in those times where hearts are hot and there's arguments, I just wish they calm down for a second and ask, why is it you feel the way you feel? Just to get more understanding and more perspective on the situation. Because when those times happen, when people are arguing, sometimes people say what they don't really mean, and it would go a long way to try and diffuse the situation rather than just dumping, gas on a burning house. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Oh, can I?
Yeah, go for it.
This all stems back to what I said about being AI, because they just assume that we got no feelings. And I say that I think the older generation should absolutely listen to us more, because way back in the past, aka not very way back, 250 years ago, the college students, the youth, were the people who did all these revolutions, got us to the places we are now. And they feel like everything that they know right now is correct, which is crazy because they grew up knowing that's not true. They've dealt with the struggle. They've understood that they were struggling, and they dealt with it in the sense of, oh, I mean, we're struggling, but that's just the way the world is. We don't feel that way. So maybe listen. We're not AI. What we say actually has a matter of what is going on in the world. You know, and that applies to even the president. The president is like 70-something. He was there during, what's it called? During segregation. We want him as president? Like, what's going on? Why is it not someone younger? So I feel like that's enough. I didn't even have to say any more than that. I think I said everything I had to. Here
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. On that note, I want to thank everybody so much for participating. I think everybody had such great ideas, opinions. You guys shared great things. And the most important thing is getting to hear how you guys feel and how you think. And I just want to say again, thanks to all of the organizations who sent their kids here to participate, or their teens, their youth, let me not call you kids, our youth to participate. And thank you guys for having such strong opinions and for sharing them with us and being so open. And thank you guys for joining us and watching. And with that, we'll say goodbye.
Before you guys move.
All right, good morning, everybody. How's everybody? Excellent, excellent. So I am Marco Nobles. I am chairman of Harlem Week, and I am pleased to see all y'all this morning. Y'all have some great, bright faces looking up at me. We appreciate that. So this is our Harlem Week Hackathon, and we certainly appreciate y'all being a part. This is an event that we started doing probably a good 3-4 years before the pandemic, and then since the pandemic. So we're almost at 10 years of doing this. And we do this in partnership with Silicon Harlem and Clayton Banks, who you'll meet shortly. This is an event that is supported by, first and foremost, City College of New York, which is where we are here. And we thank them for always hosting us and being such gracious hosts. And we're also supported by radio station 94.7 The Block, as well as, and more people are coming in, come on in, or coming back in, I should say, come on in. We're also supported by the Office of the Manhattan District Attorney as well. So we thank all of them for helping to make this possible. You should know that this event is going to be shown live on our website, harlemweek.org, and it will be shown live on August 10th. So you will be, you'll be, people will be able to see what you're working on and see what you're doing and see your brilliance that you will show throughout this process. All right? Quick thing just to keep in mind, if everybody's aware of Harlem Week, right? Yeah? No? Maybe? Possibly? All right, you got to talk back to me. It's, there we go. There we go. There's going to be a lot more. Now, when Clayton comes up here, there's going to be a lot more energy, so you're going to have to give him a lot more energy too, all right? Is that fair enough? Okay. All right. So, once again, this is one of our many youth programs that we do during Harlem Week. Harlem Week is in its 52nd year this year. It starts August 1st and goes through August 16th. A lot of folks think about what we do out on the street and the big street fairs and concerts and festivals that we do on 135th Street or Grant's Tomb, but Harlem Week is a little bit of everything that celebrates all of this community of Harlem. So there are film festivals, there are senior citizens days, there's a business conference. There is also youth events like this. Our Harlem Week Hackathon, we have a youth conference that's taking place, and we have a children's festival that takes place as well. So this is a major aspect of what happens during Harlem Week, and therefore you all are major parts of what makes Harlem Week go. All right? Y'all ready for that? Okay, cool. How many have participated in the hackathon before? A few, okay, a couple. So you're gonna get a full immersion of what a hackathon is and what the Harlem Week hackathon is, because I think we do it a little bit differently than you might see anywhere else. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn it over to Clayton Banks so he can explain what this hackathon is and what we're going to be asking you to do and what you're going to be judged on. There is going to be a process where you actually present what you're working on. You will be judged. Everybody will leave here with something, but there will be first, second, and third prize team winners that will get wonderful prizes and will have an opportunity to do some really cool stuff. All right? And we're going to share that part in a minute. But first, I'm going to introduce the co-founder of Silicon Harlem, who helps us do this event and has since we started doing the hackathon. Please welcome Clayton Banks.
Shake a little hand, brother. I love you.
See? Energy, see?
Yeah, man. Well, first of all, hello, everyone. I'm so happy to see you. I'm happy that you're here. I'm happy to give you some money. Oh, I mean, let's forget about that part. Anyway, I have to tell you, I love technology, but I love people a lot more. So there's going to be some fun the rest of the day, and I hope you come and talk to me and some ideas you might have. I've probably, in my last 10 years, have put 4,000 kids in college. So if any of you want to have some ideas and talks and everything, I'm here for that. This, what we're doing today, is sort of a strange kind of thing that we're going to do. It's all going to be based on a computer, but you can certainly, you can use your phones, by the way. There's no stopping. Listen, don't worry about that. You use your phones as we go in with what we're doing. So you're seeing all this equipment over here. You're going to see some stuff on here. So we're going to try to get everybody in the people in the behind over there, in the back over there. Every table should have 6 people. Everyone should have 6 people. So if you have 6, great. If you have 5, you got to get somebody on there. If you got 4, you need 2 more. If you're here in the back and you already have 6, that's fine. But if you haven't, make sure you get it in. So we're going to do 6 so that we can put the computers on the tables. Everybody with me so far? See, the first few things you do is just doing what I'm saying about, and you might end up with something. Everybody hearing me a little bit? Okay, we're getting somewhere here. All right, so I'm going to ask a question. Number 1 question. Anybody, only the young people here. What's my name? Huh? Say it any longer. I don't like the way you said it, but he's right. My name is Mr. Banks. We're going to give you some money for that, all right? But the fact that you knew that, where's my wallet? I got you. You got that money. So we love doing stuff like that. We love more people we know. What is your name? I'm learning you. You learn me. I want to learn you. What's your name? Okay, wonderful. All right. So here we go. Well, we got a few more people still coming, and we're going to give an opportunity for joining some of the other teams if you don't have 6, because each table is based on 6. We will have the computers pushed out right now, and from there, you're going in for a good opportunity, a really good one, a really good opportunity. And I'm going to speak with more specifically about it once we get it all set up. Everybody good? Okay. Did you eat enough? Did you get something for the breakfast? I mean, did you get some of that? But I hope you did. If not, lunch is coming soon. I wonder what that is. Anybody know? I don't either, but I think it's something like pizza. So that's what they normally do in these things. So do you have more to say?
I do.
Please do.
So now Clayton will run you through all the technical aspects of what we're doing, but as he mentioned, everybody's going to be broken up into teams. You are not necessarily going to be at the team that you're at the table with right now, because part of this exercise is to build team building skills, learning how to work with people, in addition to being able to use critical thinking and use technology to solve a problem. So with all of that housekeeping, about 1 o'clock or so, maybe 1:30, but more like 1 o'clock, there will be pizza. That will be lunch. That will be coming up, at that point. We'll take a break, you'll eat, you'll go back to working on your project, and then somewhere around 2:30-ish, you'll need to be finishing so you can prepare for a presentation of what you're doing. And what you're doing, the core question of this is, knowledge to opportunity, building Harlem's future. The theme of Harlem Week this year is honoring our legacy. So part of that is how we tell a story, how we telling our story. We came up with that theme because the board of Harlem Week wants to make sure that our stories are continually told and we don't lose our history and our legacy. There are some forces that would prefer that we not pay attention to our legacy, no matter where we're from. They try to erase our legacy. So it's important that we always honor our legacy. So within this statement of knowledge to opportunity and building Harlem's future, the real question is, how can young people, use knowledge, technology, and teamwork to improve your schools, your careers, and your communities? So we're going to break you up into teams, and each team should be looking at having a role. There'll be someone who will be maybe a knowledge manager who will be focused on the research and the notes. There'll be a research person, someone who's finding information and resources. There'll be an advocate. How are you focusing on the community impact on whatever it is that you're working on? There'll be a strategist. How do you connect different aspects of what you're trying to present that impacts the community? And then there is the person who may lead the actual presentation, though we want everybody on the team to say something, to say a different portion of what your project is. There'll be judges who will be sitting over there where those computers are. They will, at the time that you present, be looking to see how you incorporate all these things that I just mentioned in your presentation. All right? So, still want them to choose the topic within?
It's up to you.
Okay. So, rather than make this too long, there are different things you can look at within your presentation, like how does whatever it is you're conceiving, whether it's an app, it's a website, it's a digital, digital guide to what your program will be. So you might want to look at what is the topic it focuses on, whether it's youth employment or financial literacy or college readiness or mental health or public safety, small business development, access to technology for those that need. So within that, you need to start looking at gathering facts and statistics and resources and community insights. What existing programs are there that help you build the program that you're building? And then how does your project actually build a solution? What is this, how is this solution driven? So you'll be looking at problem statement. You'll be looking at, as I go back to look at my phone because someone tried to call me. You'll be, what is your problem statement? How are you solving that problem? What is the target audience? And what is the expected impact? So, and then of course, when you get to the presentation, you're going to embody all these things in your presentation, but you're doing it within a 3 to 5 minute presentation. So all of that will be hard, and there'll be those of us walking around to kind of help give you insight and guidance and direction in terms of, how to attack any particular problem you wish to do, all right? You wish to deal with. So with all of that, we're going to break you up into teams.
The Harlem Week Hackathon has become like a very special event to us. We get a chance to watch the brilliance of our young people in our communities, not only as they're navigating technology and learning to work with technology and finding the ways to use technology to solve problems in our community, in our nation, but the fact that we get to see their awareness and see what they're seeing and hear what they're seeing in communities and their ideas about how to fix it. So it's a very special event. We get to watch them grow. Many of them are in their mid to late teens, and we get to watch them as they are navigating their life space in this digital world and learning how to use technology for good, as it were. So it is a very special event, and we're always excited to see what comes out of these young people and to see how they work together to share ideas and build senses of teamwork and build senses of working with others and build some of their self-confidence as they're presenting their various projects to the judges. So it's always a fun event. We look forward to it just continuing and getting better and better. And it's our job to continue to give them the space to become better and become more confident and put themselves in a position that when they're out in the world, they have experiences like this that help them draw upon to lead others that are following with them.
So everybody remember what the charge is? I'm going to take the silence as a no. Anybody remember what the charge is? No? Yes? No? Okay. Again, how can young people use knowledge, technology, and teamwork to improve their schools, careers, and communities? So the idea is to build or create a technological solution, app, website, digital guide, something like that, that answers that question. And you can create it within a particular topic, or you can create something that addresses multiple topics. So the topics can include youth employment, financial literacy, college readiness, mental health, public safety, environmental sustainability, small business development, or technology access. Everybody got that so far? Okay. Clayton, sir. Yes. Now I need you to come and explain a little bit more or go a little bit more in depth in terms of what we're asking these amazing young people to do so that they can get working on it.
What we're going to try to do, everything that's been said is great, but I wanted to share what I think we'd like to do. We're calling it as knowledge to opportunity, building Harlem's future. You hear me? Harlem future. So the core question, how can young people use knowledge, technology, and teamwork to improve their schools, careers, and communities, or any other things that you're doing? Students are placed into teams anywhere between 4 to 6 members, and I'm seeing every has 6 together, so that's great. The team structure, it really turns out to be each team has roles. These are the things we'll be working with you. Knowledge manager, so you think of some of you might want to say that's my thing. So I already talked about the knowledge manager. Then you're going to look for somebody to be the research lead, finds information and resources, community advocate, focuses on community impact, workforce strategist, connects ideas in careers and economic opportunity. I'm going to give this page to every of you. So the presentation lead prepares the final pitch. So these are the things that you're going to be working for the rest of the day. The first real hour that we're working on is what we call a challenge launch. The teams choose one topic. So I'm going to tell you what these topics are, but you only get one. So think of who you want and maybe say it very quick, because somebody may want to say it too. So these teams, you're going to choose one topic. So let me tell you them all right now, and then we'll go and figure out which one you're going to do. So here are the ones. The topics are youth employment, financial literacy, college readiness, mental wellness, public safety, environmental sustainability, small business development, and technology access. Those are pretty good. That's pretty cool. So I'm so happy that if it ends up being with 6 teams, we're going to have 6 of these topics. I'm going to say it one more time, but I'll also send the paper over. Youth employment, financial literacy, college readiness, mental wellness, public safety, environmental sustainability, small business development, and technology access. Quick and just quick. Does anybody think about something already? Anyone put your hand up real quick? Okay, somebody's already thinking, all right, that's all good. The next thing, so from my perspective, this is about 30 to 45 minutes or maybe even an hour to deal with this challenge for that launch. The second thing we're going to be focused on is the research sprint. So these teams are really gather facts. This is how you get, become the winner. You got to deal with facts, statistics, resources, community insights, existing programs. You can obviously use your computer, but I told you, you can use your phones. There's no reason it shouldn't. You should use your phones as well. All information is shared and organized. That's why we call it facts, statistics, resources, community insights, existing programs. Research sprint. Let me get to the next hour thing that we'll do, or whatever that time requires, is our solution design for all of you teams. Solution design. The teams create problem statement, proposed solution, target audience, and expected impact. So whatever you're working on, these are the solutions that we're talking about. And by the way, there will be people helping, but at the same time, there will be people will decide who wins. Let me get to the last few things. So on our fourth thing is the workforce and community impact. The workforce and community impact. Teams answer. These are team answers. What careers are connected to this solution? What skills are needed? How does it strengthen Harlem? So I hope everybody's hearing what I'm saying. Teams answer. What careers are connected to this solution? What skills are needed? How does it strengthen Harlem? So the scoring category, there will be points for each of these things I've been talking about. I have been sharing what those scoring categories are, but there are points that are going to everything that I'm talking about right now. The last one is called the pitch competition. This is where the competition really happens, right? So you're going to get 5 minutes of presentation, and if needed so, no more than 3 minutes of any Q&A. So that's will determine who ends up winning. So presentation and teamwork, I'm very, very, very excited for that. Is everybody with me so far? Yeah. All right. So we're going to get it started with a few things right off the bat, which is everyone have a computer. You can use your phone too. Don't get me right. I mean, you can use your thing, but if you don't have a computer, let us know. Does everyone have a computer so far? Does anybody need a computer that's got 6 people or whatever? Yes? Hi. Let me quickly say something here. Here's a very, very important thing to know. What does the judging mean? Here's the judging. That's how you figure out how you win. So here's how I look at it from a judging rubric. So the category and the points, that's what I'm looking at. So research quality, that requires 20 points. I'll make sure I give a page for all of you. Innovation, we get 25 points there. Workforce connection, that's 20 points for that. Community impact, 20 points. And presentation, 15 points. That total equals 100 points. And deliverables required. Every team submits. These are important. I'm going to give everyone, but the knowledge base, which is the research, the notes, resources, and references, opportunity map, education, career, community pathway, solution canvas, problem, solution, shakers, shake. All right, I'm still talking. Solution, stakeholders, impact, the action plan, implementation roadmap, and the final pitch deck, a slide presentation. Everybody has that, I hope.
This is Team 3, and we're working on mental wellness and how it affects both the community in Harlem and New York City as a whole. Right now, you see our research team working on, just finding information out and how it can affect, community and New York as a whole. We are having some technical difficulties, but something that happens. But yeah, we're hard at work, and we hope to get this finished.
We'll split the work evenly. Someone will research, someone will lead the team, and like he said, the topic that we're working on that correlates to technology is mental health. I think we'll do pretty good.
Are you guys thinking to create a space?
I don't think we've figured that out yet. But for me, I would love to go for an app or something like that.
So we chose youth employment, so we're gonna design and create an app. Well, not create literally, but we're designing an app where to help people who make music outside, buskers. I didn't know that word until he taught me that. And we're gonna help people find a space, because apparently it's really hard. It's really competitive.
So we're creating an app that. So since Harlem is such a music-driven area of New York City, and there's a lot of buskers everywhere and street performances, so in order to get these permits for busking, it's very expensive for students. Even it could go up to $45 for a speaker permit and $25 for a park permit. So we're creating an app that shows the available locations to busk. And we're also going to create an app that makes it easy to get permits, because in order to get permits, you have to visit your local police precinct. So, so we're trying to make music more available for students and so that they can get a part-time job. Busking is it's a term from Europe, but it's street performances and people in subways that play instruments, and they get tips, and that's a part-time job that a lot of people have.
So we're trying to figure out how young people can use technology to build financial literacy. There we go. And they could probably do it by you know, like by like using technology to like study and find schools and stuff.
Some of our partners who've done wonderful art pieces, posters, etc. So everybody's going to get some of that. Then the third place team. The third place team will get one of the commemorative 50th anniversary Harlem Week magazines that we gave out for the 50th anniversary that you will be able to keep and hold as a collector's item, special keepsake from our Harlem Week Gala announcing our 50th anniversary. There'll also be a special item courtesy of New York Roadrunners. So when you get to the winter months, it's a very warm hat that you'll get to keep and have with you. So you'll be very warm during the winter at all times. I have one of these hats. It is quite warm. Keeps your head very warm. Second place team, and everybody on the third place team and second place teams gets an individual prize. Second place team, each person on the second place team will get one of these Amazon Fire 7, similar to a Kindle. Everybody will get one of these Amazon, Fire 7s as the second place team. The first place team gets to show off because the first place team will be invited on behalf of Harlem Week to participate in Harlem Summer Nights. Have y'all know what Harlem Summer Nights is? Harlem Summer Nights takes place on 133rd Street and 12th Avenue. It's been going on every Friday since July 10th. August 7th is one of the specific Harlem Week events. And so the winning team, you all will be invited, as many of you that can come on August 7th, to on stage be presented, shown off as the Harlem Week Hackathon winners and share what you've done with the audience. So first place, your prize, you are the prize. You are shown off at Harlem Summer Nights, which last week had 25,000 people there. I'm gonna say this again. Last week, Harlem Summer Nights had 25,000 people attend. You will be on stage to be acknowledged as the Harlem Week Hackathon winning team and share what you've done, okay? Which will also be filmed and videotaped, etc. All right, so that is what you are doing. That is the prizes that you will be winning. And shortly, we'll be able to have y'all go grab some lunch. Okay. So I just wanted to share that. Again, if you have any questions, I'm walking around for a little while longer, and then, of course, Clayton is here, and the team from Silicon Harlem is here as well.
So me and my team have put together a slideshow. There's one person that decided to make an app to help the people interested in music so they could basically have a part-time job while still going to school in a place where they can perform as their job. And right now we're putting together the ideas into the slideshow because we put it on paper. So they being put from paper to the slideshow.
So you guys are making your presentation right now?
Yeah.
I'm enjoying, the group work. I think we're working together well. We're kind of like dividing and conquering different parts of the project. And so I did the conclusion, so I'm basically re-summarizing all the kind of things that people added and just kind of trying to explain it in like a more coherent way so that, you can get all the points across in like a short little part before, the presentation ends. And, it's been nice, working together with different groups to come up with these ideas and, yeah.
My thoughts on making this project is that it's going pretty good.
Pretty chill, nothing too much, nothing too hard, just brainstorming and thinking. And yeah.
How does it feel creating like the new next idea?
Um,
And do you think it's something that you can actually change society?
what?
Do you think this idea is something that can actually function in society? Like, how would it actually, what's some of your thoughts?
Oh yeah, I think what we're doing would help because like it will give teens an opportunity to showcase their personality more. And yeah.
Our group is talking about youth and financial literacy and how to solve financial literacy gaps and how to, um, yeah, that's, I don't really know what else to say, but we're still working on it.
I feel like it's all about teamwork. Y'all all just gotta work together, put your own thoughts. Right, word. I feel like, right, your opinion, all of that. Like, everybody gotta bring in all their ideas to all one so we can all make some magic. Yep. Like, feel me? Yeah. And yeah, I feel like that's what this is mainly about. I feel like, because that's literally the question. Literally teamwork.
What do you think this app functioning as a society?
Yes, I feel like the app, I feel like it will help us be able to budget our money, save, know what we're spending our money on more, not just spending it on stuff we want, more on stuff we need. Yeah. And yeah, I feel like that's what the app is for, is just to budget our money, know what we're spending on, all of that. Feel me?
I think for us, like for teaching young people how to build and save, and I think that's like honestly a good idea because, like for example, like if you work in a bank or like if you work like in like a place with like a bunch of apps that you want to learn about more and have experience, at least you know how to use like your device or like Apple Pay or Cash App or Zelle, because a lot of people, I feel like right now, like you know how back then we used to carry cash and then credit cards start coming, then debit card, then a lot of apps on like phones start to come. And then I feel like it's a good idea that people understand right now using like apps, like Cash App, Zelle, Apple Pay, because whatever you spend on, it can tell you like how much you have, how much you still have, and it tell you like the date, the time, like the store, even who's spending. Even like for example, if you got hacked to one of your accounts, you can at least go to your bank and they can help you around it with your like they ask you about your social, about your like your code. You can still figure out that who took your card and if it's steal or not robbed, but it can tell you, because I feel like that's a good opportunity and a good opinion that people have to watch out.
We have is not an app in general. We have our own service plan. So we know everybody has phone plans, internet providers, and the backbone of technology is internet. If you don't have that, you don't have no technology. So we're offering an affordable and more reliable phone and internet service, not just for our community, but for essential workers and hospitals, and especially in schooling, because schooling is essential for everybody in New York. So that's what we're doing so far, and we're just putting the finishing touches on it. And in Hackathon so far, it's been nice meeting new people, doing some good work, and bettering our community in new ways.
So basically, we're working on youth employment, and we were all writing down reasons why youth employment impacts the environment, the community, and other things on youth employment, basically. That was one of the things I worked on.
How does this project
Huh?
So what is, well, you know what, Betty, how was your experience working in the hackathon?
It wasn't too bad. It was just a little difficult finding facts.
And do you think the hackathon is a good event? Like, would you come back next year? What are your thoughts?
Huh?
Is the hackathon a good event? Would you come back next year for the hackathon?
Yeah, I would come back next year.
Hello, everybody. This is Clayton Banks, right here in City College and a whole lot of young people, and we're all focusing on how to some great things in the world. In fact, there's a bunch of people right here, right now, doing things, right, for this country, for this state, and for this city, which we call Harlem. And all these young people are coming up with some great ideas of what is the next level of what people need in 2027. So even though we're talking about it here in 2026 and coming out with some good ideas, it's all being done by kids, high school, kids. We're all working together for the future. And I am so, wait a minute, it's even better. They're right here, right now. They're right behind me. They're working hard. They're doing great work. I can't wait when they give the entire information that they are giving us. And with it, will become one of the greatest things forever done from high school kids. Can you believe it? We love technology, there's no question, but we love people more. And they are ready to go, and let's make it work. Thank you. Anyone and everyone wants to hear more about it, keep on coming with us right here at City College every year, right here in Harlem Week. It's so great. Thank you guys. Thank you very much. I'm here, ready to go.
Our service is a new and better service for New York City. All right.
I think if the mic is just a little closer to you.
That's better? All right. That's you?
What is the main problem and solution? I'm sure we have all had our phone get turned off by our phone companies because of server issue or something is not going right on their end. And then we're the ones who have to suffer as a result, and we can become lost and lose out on whatever we may have planned for our day. To solve that, my solution is we use tech in everything we do, and we use it to a point where our backbone and doing even the smallest task, waking up in the morning. You use the alarm clock, need to take the train, got to check your phone to see when it's coming. My point is we need it for everything, but what happens when we lose our backbone and can't use it?
What is our internet plan? Our idea is that we're going to make a new internet plan for New York City. We all have a bunch of different plans, AT&T, Verizon, T-Mobile, Boost. Point is, there's a lot of plans, but all of them have the same theme. Some are too expensive. Some don't have the right internet service, and it's not reliable. Yesterday, we had people that had their phones turned off because they had bad service. So our plan, we have a better service for everybody. We want to make sure that it's not only affordable, but it's reliable. So with that, our price is going to be $90 a month. Now, it sounds like it's a little bit too much, but if you look at the photo, T-Mobile is $170, Verizon is $210, AT&T is $195. I have AT&T. I don't like it, but it's the cheapest I can see so far. But with ours, it's going to be better for everybody. And on top of that, we know that it's not just one person on one line. It's multiple families. Sometimes you have friends. So with that, depending on how many you add on, the third line may be free or the fourth line might have a discount. So that makes sure that everybody can get a benefit from this. Technology in our working environment. We all have jobs here. We're all doing either summer youth or we have our permanent jobs. For me, I've seen how technology can become a hindrance to all of us. In my job, we have our phones that access all patients' information. Because of that, we can move patients to their rooms, to tests, and stuff like that. But all the phones went off. We had no service. We couldn't move patients. We couldn't see their information. We had no idea how to get to anybody. So what was we doing? We was calling, writing stuff down on pen and paper. And because of that, we struggled, but we managed to move the patients and get them the help that they need. But what if that lasted for longer? What if it had been days? What if it had been weeks? We would have not been able to do anything. Our whole hospital would have been shut down because what? We can't do the job necessary. So what do we need? A better plan. an affordable plan. All these service plans, like I said, to the main point, it's going to be too expensive, not reliable. Ours offers discounts for places like hospitals, like schools. We're going to make sure that the places that need them most is going to have the plans that they need. We're not going to charge them extra rates just because of that. We're going to offer them discounts. Our main thing is to undercut everybody else so that we can be better in New York.
Networking is everything in a modern day system. Without it, we're crippled. Our internet service plan benefit with cheaper prices that other companies don't offer, free giveaways and laptops and phones.
Mental wellness, staying connected when it matters the most. The challenge that we're facing is many people experiencing stress, anxiety, depression, or loneliness struggle to stay connected with their families because of their supportive services. Our solution to that is we will have internet and phone service that is designed to work at all times, feel me, and that is reliable, affordable, and, feel me, easy access. Word.
Technology and connecting with your community. When a community doesn't have access to technology and the internet, it can make it all the more difficult to connect with others. Without your phone or internet service, your friends and family, who are usually just one phone call away, can't reach you. It's also a struggle to find reliable and affordable phone and internet services, especially for more rural areas. Our proposition to help communities stay in touch with each other is to create a clean energy internet service that's affordable for all communities. So not only would it help friends and family to stay in touch at a reasonable price, but also help reduce our carbon footprint.
So now we can, anyone have a question? Anyone have a question so far? We have one?
What do you guys name it? Or what do you call it? That's a good question.
I think she might have known.
Harlem Mobile.
Harlem Mobile? Nice, good job. Harlem Mobile.
Any other questions or comment?
Good job, y'all.
You have a question? You have a question?
Oh, what the question is about, what about people in Harlem that live on low income and that can't afford to be connected with their families? They can't afford $90 for a phone bill.
Like I said before, with discounts and stuff like that, we would go on a case-by-case basis. We know that we can't give discounts to everybody. We're not going to have a company if we give discounts to everybody. But we can see what's your income or what problems you have or how much you're paying for rent, electricity, water, whatever. Based off of that answer, we can give you an affordable plan that will work out for you. So if it's not 90 and that's too much for you, we can offer something real lower, or instead of paying 90 every month, you could pay 90 every 2 months, or anything that would work for you. We would find a way to make a human connection with the person that we're working with. So whatever works for you, works for us.
Hey. Take a picture. So I'll take a picture together. Okay, we're getting ready to get started with our next. And we are ready. Everybody quiet for a moment. Here we go. Go ahead and say your names.
My name is Ramaya.
My name is Madison. My name is Anaya.
My name is Win. My name is Naheem.
The first is about community impact, and it's basically talking about how younger people having jobs is impacting the community. And we were basically saying it keeps younger people off the streets, and it keeps younger people occupied instead of starting problems and things like that.
Youth employment also helps them figure out their careers. It's crucial to their development and future readiness, fostering positive relationships and connections with other people and learning how to work together with other people. Some youth might struggle in finding a decent workplace, so programs like the Summer Youth Employment Program from the New York City Department of Youth and Community Development help youth find their place in the workforce and establishing good working habits. After some experience in these different fields provided by the SYEP, youth employed by the program may find their place in the workforce.
Youth employment also helps building job skills by learning new abilities and refining existing ones through deliberate practice and real-world applications. It encompasses both hard skills such as coding, data analysis, or project management. Soft skills like communication, leadership, and emotional intelligence. Having continuous skill development is crucial because nearly half of the companies report facing skills gap, which can also affect both individual career growth and organizational success.
Youth employment can help build relationships, positive relationships, and active youth involvement help build confidence, improve communication development, and build skills to help other people. Some bullet points I had was they can help build trust, honesty, respect, communicate openly and hope and listen actively, and show kindness, empathy, and understanding.
Then the last thing youth employment can help is establishing good work habits. Like when we start working, we can work on time management because we have to get up, be early for work. Also, being early is on time and being on time is late. And then another example is when we have to put our timesheets in because if we're late, we have to do it next week. And then also we work on good communication skills because we have to always talk to our coworkers and we're also meeting different people. And yeah, that's it.
So, questions? Anyone have any questions or a comment? We have one.
What is my question? My question is around, so I work with a lot of people seeking employment, and a lot of their concern is work ethic and even just working with integrity or being a self-motivator. So I just wanted to know, what are your thoughts, or what do you plan to do if you are at a job and you've done your job? Are you waiting for the next instruction? Are you looking for ways to do more, solve a problem? What is your feedback about just being a self-motivator? Because that's what they're looking for, and also eye contact and engagement and good communication skills. You did say communication skills, and I think that was great. And I hope that all young people here really take that into consideration, because these are the biggest concerns about hiring young people, is that the communication skills suck. So what is just your feedback on what I just said? You seem outgoing, but you see the people behind you too? We need all of y'all to have the same energy.
So I would say, because I work with TAG and they basically teach us how to talk more in an open space like this. So they be saying, oh, it's okay to be comfortable in the uncomfortable. So you just have to have that mindset, I would say.
That's excellent. I like that, because I think that you're also saying that it really benefits a lot of youth to be a part of programs like TAG, right? Because they're teaching you how to be comfortable in uncomfortable spaces. So it has benefited you a lot. Is the young man in the back, are you a part of TAG as well? You, the other one too, with the hoodie? No? Okay, so see, I think that you are giving more standoffish back. You're doing this, but you don't seem the most comfortable. Do you feel comfortable? I don't want to make you uncomfortable. I'm only saying this because, I really want for all of our youth to be successful, and these are the conversations that are being had in the rooms when you're not around. So we're trying to figure out how can we help you all get this job that you want, because a lot of us say we want a job, but we have to be qualified to get the job, right? So how do we qualify you and make sure that you feel comfortable and not hiding in the back? You are a man, you could come stand to the front, you stand with confidence. So I just want to know, what can we do to help you build that confidence and feel comfortable in uncomfortable spaces?
It's not that I don't feel uncomfortable, it's just that I just gotta get used to speaking more out loud, because I'm not really a talkative person.
Right. Okay, so good. So maybe putting you in a position where you have to speak, right? So the more that you do it, and this is even just for you, the more that you do this, the more comfortable that you will feel. But confidence comes from within as well, right? So when you keep working on yourself and doing those things that make you proud, it'll come out naturally because you don't have to pretend. It's hard to pretend to be something else. So as long as you just keep working on yourself, it's going to come out naturally. Okay? Good job. Thank you.
Okay, so we're talking about youth and financial literacy. Financial literacy is the ability to understand and control spending and everyday expenses while investing for future decisions. Some key aspects for financial literacies are knowledge, understanding the importance of saving money, skills, knowing how to save your money without any issues, confidence, saving money without any regrets. Research states only 36 of adults. All of these aspects contributes to our financial career and the understanding of the financial literacy in our community.
Basically, the problem in youth financial literacy is that youth nowadays, they don't save any money and they spend it unwisely because they don't really have any responsibilities like adults, and that makes them like ignorant, because that sets up a bad financial career for them in the future, and they're just starting on a really bad note and everything. They should like learn saving habits, and as they tend to grow up, because as they start to become adults, it's gonna help them make good decisions and everything. And since this topic is not discussed in the internet because it's a boring topic for the youth, it should be discussed in schools or like communities in general, because this is like practical and like real life information that they are gonna gain a lot of skills from, such as investing, saving, and budgeting. And according to research, it states that only 40 to 50% of youth waste their money on necessary needs. For the youth, what they buy, such as designer clothes, it's a want, not a need. They want the clothes, not need the clothes, not like the designer clothes and everything. And this ensures a successful financial future for the youth as they learn it in schools. Since basically when we go to schools, we should learn more about money, because that's what life is gonna be more about, just like money, spending, investing, and yeah. Can you want me to say it or what?
No, it's this. Okay. Okay. Why do we require financial responsibility before we provide financial education? Imagine you're 18, you just graduated high school. Within a few months, you're expected to sign for thousands of dollars in student loans. Open your first credit card, choose healthy insurance, file taxes, and manage your budget. But no one has ever taught you how. Just one signature can shape your financial future for decades.
So our idea was to create an app. This app specifically has an AI financial decision coach. A solution for this can be an app which helps you save, budget, and invest it all in one. The name of the app is BIS, which stands for Budget, Invest, Saving, and Spending. Our app has artificial intelligence to help you budget, invest, save, or spend based on your preferences given by a survey as you download the app. Our app not only teaches you, but it also prevents you from making future mistakes. Our app has created benefits not only for youth, but also for benefit in adults in multiple ways, because some adults are taught too late and make many financial mistakes. The app is free to help people saving habits by the help of an app without spending any money. It has personalized guidance, educational explanations, suggestions in budgeting, long-term financial decisions, and a platform that teaches decisions, not only just concepts.
Can I just talk more about that? I'm gonna just like talk more about the app itself, because, for example, like how are we gonna promote this app? For example, like in community, in the communities such as, I'm gonna just give an example. Since I live in Bay Ridge in Brooklyn, basically everybody knows each other. So once like something happens, the word is out easily. For example, this app, someone can really, really love it, and they can be like really in love with it. They can share it with other people. They can give the app to other people, and people are they're gonna benefit, saving and everything. And this probably is gonna decrease the poverty rate in New York City, and such as Harlem, and like Brooklyn and etc. You talk, anybody talk.
Okay. Young people can use technology knowings by teamwork to build financial aids by scalers, ideas, and school and companies.
One way we can contribute to using financial literacy to improve communities and schools is AI. AI can simplify complex concepts and create budget plans for the individual person. So if they need help with, getting out of debt or savings, which a lot of people need help with, I need help with it too. AI can really help with, the general personal plans, learning, if you don't feel comfortable going to someone.
Also, like, our big thing is, what if debt isn't just a money problem, but an education problem in general? And our idea is that, like, many people need support, and we have community service to help people learn, so they could get help by AI, but also by a person that coaches you through it as well. So.
Wait, you want me to read this? Is that the last slide? That's the last slide. That's the last slide. You want me to read it? Yeah. I think we're done. Okay, yeah, we're done. Yeah. Okay.
Thank you.
That's okay. That's good. That's good. Awesome. So questions. Anybody? We certain our questioners are here. You have one.
Job leads dealing with financial and also banking. Scamming and credit card fraud is a major issue within the government. We have some type of protection and security, and in the app where they can teach about scamming, so like a credit locker.
Including like credit file, like anyone talking a lot on this. The only solution for it is the people in the app to help the person, and like they can guide them to their actual solution. For example, like I'm not scared by this person online, whatever. We can call the app support and everything. We're always gonna have a customer service that will in, and we can converse for like the money that you want them.
Yeah.
Any questions? Else? Is that okay for you?
Also want to add one more thing. We also provide like coaching and how to deal with mental issues behind that. So a lot of people, because they suffer with these financial problems, they develop a mental illnesses as well as like troubles in career, like opportunities and choices. So we usually have psychologists in the side, like, you know, people that can understand these issues and been through those experiences to help you go through that pathway as well.
Good job, ladies. That was great.
Let it go. All right, yep. Thank you very much. Yes, you can take your, there you go. Who wants to be next? Who's ready to go? Let's go. They said, let's go, let's go. Let's get it go, let's go. It's time to go. You gotta punch that thing in there. Uh-oh, what machine do you have? He's got it. Does anyone here know someone called Winston? Anyone? Way over there, who is that? I saw you had your arm up. Who is it? Well, he's right here. Here he is. Say hello, Winston.
Good afternoon, young ladies and young gentlemen who are going to be our giants after you leave this particular Harlem Week event. This is our 52nd year. I'm not 52 years into Harlem Week, but I got about 42 years in. So I've been here since I was your age, and we didn't have a fantastic event that my comrades put together, Clayton Banks and Marco Nobles, who you were with earlier. But I'm glad we've grown to this. And I know some of you who participated in the past went on to study technology in college. And you're looking at a great future in technology. But this, just as it was said in the other demonstrations and presentations, is something to help give you skill sets. So whatever you may do, that you're successful, as the young lady had said. To be successful, 90% of it is about you and your confidence and how you present yourself and how you communicate with other people. The 10% is the academics. And this is a great academic institution to go to, the City College of New York. And I hope that you all do at least apply. You may also want to apply to some other schools, but this is a great institution. They have some great programs here. So again, congratulations. Check out harlemweek.com to find out what else we're going to be doing for Harlem Week. And don't be shy. I may see some of you, I see a couple of people, I won't point them out, who've been in our youth fashion shows, and some have been in our youth conferences, which we're taping tomorrow. Hint, tag, tag, tag. And I saw some of you who also brought your little brothers and sisters to our New York City Children's Festival in the past. So make sure that you come out, and thank you for participating, and go to the website. You're going to see this live stream by a great team here. Thank you all.
How about that? If you don't know, he runs all of Harlem Week. He is the actual main person for it. Let's go. Harlem Busk!
Hello, everyone. We're Team 4, and we're presenting you a website that allows musicians to reserve a spot for them to busk in New York City.
Hi, my name is Nelly. So today we're about to talk about busking. Busking is the act of performing music, singing, dancing, or doing any other talent in public spaces to receive voluntary tip or donation. During the Harlem Renaissance, Harlem Renaissance, yeah. Harlem became a center of black artistic innovation. Musician, writer, and performers transformed public spaces and clubs and theaters into places where new forms of music could develop, including jazz, blues, and swing.
Benefits of busking. A study involving 748 participants found the streets performances made public spaces feel more visitable, restorative, and preferable. A single performance can turn a public space into a place of connection.
Okay, so the problems that the youth has in busking is busking spots are very limited. They go by a first come, first served format, and permits are often required, especially speaker permits if you're using an amplifier, or park permits if you're performing inside a park. And it's also very difficult to locate busking spots because multiple buildings and like companies like McDonald's have like sound restrictions in front, so like to prevent like loud noises. And does anyone know the person in the image on the right? Yeah, so this is 14-year-old Ed Sheeran. Now he's a 4 times Grammy Award winner with 60 billion streams on Spotify. And he actually started with busking. So we need to really address these problems. So our solution is called the Harlem Busk. Harlem Busk is a digital platform that connects young musicians with safe, accessible, and organized public performance opportunities. The app allows artists to discover available busking locations, reserve performance times, and build their confidence through real-world experiences. So we have a prototype of the app right here. So it's following like, does anyone know Ticketmaster? It's, yeah, for performances. So we kind of sampled that format. So over here, the green represents available busking spaces, and the red represents available busking spaces that have high traffic, and the gray is like it's already reserved. So if we click on one of the green spaces, you can see the location of where your spot is. You can also see the traffic you have. So 520 people pass by a Convent Avenue every hour, and then you could also see the permit requirements, right? So you need a sound amplification permit, or if you're using unamplified performances, you don't need a permit for that. And we ensure that the reservation fee is free to make it really accessible to students. Yeah, so over here you can see the map. It's Harlem, and then you can see all the available locations.
Technology has changed the way young people create, share, and develop careers through music. Today, younger people can use digital tools to record performances, edit, or even promote their work without expensive resources. Harlem Bus brings communities and people together by creating performances that encourage connecting and local pride. Student performances inspire younger youth to explore music, develop new talents, and stay encouraged in positive activities. Even these activities can open and expose younger generations to positive working opportunities and skills that they could implement in their future careers if they ever look into artistic careers. Yeah.
You're good. Musical careers are very competitive. To grow and start one as a young adult is hard, but to not know what you're doing is harder. A good start to a musical career is busking. Busking or buskers is what we explained earlier, but to do this, you need permits like we talked about. It takes 21 days to get a speaker permit and 5 days to get a public space permit. Um, sorry. The best way to learn is through experience, and that's why we're creating this.
All right, so busking is a practice that has many moving parts and is a lot more difficult than people might imagine. Through the use of our app, however, we can help make it more streamlined and simple, and it can also help implement into different communities. This will give people new and different experiences that they can take with them through life and will potentially open new doors for them.
Let's get some questions. One or two, a couple of questions, and we'll move on. Any other questions? Okay. You want to do yours first? Let's do it.
I don't know if you said this, but what does busking mean?
Over here, busking is like street performances. So you know when you come into the subway, you see people playing instruments, and yeah, so those people are called buskers, and the action of that's called busking, and they rely on tips and donations to. Some people have this as their full-time career, others have it as their part-time job, but yeah, it's very important in New York City.
Thank you. I've never heard of that term. Y'all all knew that was called busking? Oh, okay. I know. I'm like, dang, I'm that much out the loop. I didn't know that was called busking. Did you already know that?
Yes.
You knew that too, Ben?
Yeah, I did.
No, a lot of people didn't know.
Yeah, it's much more in Europe.
Oh, thank you.
Right behind you.
Learn
If you
something new
don't,
every
if you
day.
don't mind, let that person use it.
Oh, wonderful job. Will the MTA be implemented in your app and things that you guys are raising awareness to? Because I see that you guys have streets, but MTA is really known for busking and street performances. Besides musicians, what about performing arts, dancers, tap dancers, statues? Would that be implemented, or this is only for musicians and music?
Yeah, so addressing the first question about the MTA, yeah, so I'm aware that MTA also has like a program for musicians so they could play music. We would definitely like to implement their system with ours so they could also have some reservations and we could like share data. And for the second question, wait, what was your second question?
Besides just musicians, how about dancers, tap dancers, people that do statue or performing arts as well?
So yeah, this isn't like exclusive to people who play music. This will obviously it will go to people that perform in the streets or like like tap dancers you mentioned, dancers, and people doing like tricks or anything.
Busking is an umbrella term, so it's not just musicians. It's people who sing, play music, or perform in the street or in public spaces for tips. So it's not just one set of people, it's a group of people.
Wonderful.
Any other questions? If not,
I have one.
oh, you have it.
So, quick question. Is this platform that you guys have created, how do you monetize it? And is it monetized for the actual talent on the platform?
So initially, we were thinking about making it a $15 fee to reserve. That way, it can be profitable. But we also took account that like we built this to like empower youth and like to get young generations to start busking. So by adding a fee like on top of a $45 fee for a speaker and $25 fee for a park, we decided to make it free, and we're hoping to be funded by the government by like tax dollars to keep this program easy and accessible for the younger generation to use.
How about that, huh? So, has everybody over? We got one more. Oh, you don't think like I don't know. Of course not. All right, let's take a picture, and then you guys get ready to come up here. Here we are with the last team. Let's do it.
Okay, so my group is called Mind Matters, and our topic is about mental health awareness. My name is Shakasia.
Chantiel.
Tatiana.
Kane.
Alexis.
Jonathan.
Okay, so I'm pretty sure that we all know what mental health illness is, but for those who don't, mental health issues are medical conditions that disrupt a person's thinking, feeling, mood, and behavior. Some examples are anxiety disorders, depression, bipolar disorder, and post-traumatic stress disorder, also known as PTSD. Okay, so obviously the problem is that mental health is an issue that targets all people. But from our research, we have found facts that show that there are certain groups of people that seem to slip under the radar and go unchecked. Marginalized groups such as people of color, LGBTQ+, teens, and disabled people fall into this category.
Okay, so as shown in the picture above, even though this statistic is from 2020, it still applies to today. Most of the people who were depressed or had mental illness during this time were Hispanic and Black communities. And in the statistics now, we can see that the people who already have this care are majority white, so it's 58%. And then the rest, 39, 38, 30, these are marginalized communities and people of color who do not have this care, which is the problem we're trying to resolve.
All right. As you can see, there's a huge percentage decrease from white New-Yorkers to Black New-Yorkers. I'm going to focus on Black since I am Black myself. As you see, there's a huge percent decrease. Also, something to reinforce that is that I don't know the percentage of Black people in here, but if you grew up Black, you know that you're taught to just put on a brave face and just act, do whatever to put food on the table, do whatever. But as we can see, that's not working. And this goes for beyond just Black people. It's minorities too, and majority of them fall under this category, as we can see.
Our solution is we have to put our minds together to come up with an idea for an app called the Healing Circle.
The Healing Circle. This app promotes and helps those who are struggling with their mental health. With this app, our clients are able to access an anonymous chat room where people can speak up about their feelings with their freedom of speaking up without being judged. In these chat rooms, people come together and support each other. The app also provides people with additional resources that they may need, such as access to their therapist, suicide hotlines, and many more.
Okay. Other features, basically when you wear the watch, it'll track your heart rate, and basically like your stress level. And when it does spike up, like your heart rate, it'll send you like notifications for like ways to calm down, like the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 rule. It's not 3, 3, 3. The app will also have a setting where you could put like if you're working out or if you're really just stressed, because you don't want it to have you like send you stuff for no reason. So, yeah. Thank you.
Hey, wow, another great one. We have some questions, one in the back. Can you hear us loud enough? Go ahead.
So, is the heart rate the only thing that it monitors, or is there other?
So no, it's not the only. It's not just heart rate. When people are stressed, usually you can tell in their body movement and stuff. As we said, it's not like the exercising kind of body movement. That's why it's like very different. But when we mean body movement, we mean like jittering and kind of moving really fast and stuff like that. So no, it's not only heart rate.
Any more questions?
We have a question.
Great job. Is there any in-person trauma-informed circles that you guys are doing or know about?
What was it called? She's asking about the.
Basically, with the app, it'll. Did you put that? Oh, with the anonymous chats, you can basically talk to other people that are going through it as well. But like I said, it's anonymous, so nobody, has to know. And you could just be free and talk about your feelings. And then yes, there will be like locations or places or other resources that can help you with like professional help. Like he said, there's one on 125th. Why are you laughing?
Lexington Avenue.
Yeah.
What's on Lexington Avenue?
All right, there's a location on 125th on Lexington Ave. It's basically like this for mental health. Basically, people can go there if you're feeling under the weather or, in other cases, stressful, right? And you can go there, find somebody to help you, and so you can get back to the life you want to get back to.
Oh, what's the name of the place?
What is the name of the place?
So my question was, were there any groups that you guys are developing that hold trauma-informed circles or any healing circles in person? Not on the app. Like, is there after school? Is there a group? Is there a club? Is there a meetup?
Okay, yeah. So because of these chats, there are anonymous chats, and then there's chats with people in the area and stuff. So yes, those people can create like locations and stuff, but we're not really gonna be able, to like meet up and kind of talk about their issues and stuff. But mostly, it's gonna be on the app.
Is there any self-care tips on the app that will help with mental health and stability for every day?
Yes, with the app, it will basically give you all that you will need. Like with the app, it will give you tips and tricks to help you out.
And if I had to add to that, when we were brainstorming this idea, we thought to add licensed therapists. Now, on paper, that seems like a good idea, but the thing is, we want this to be affordable because, if you're struggling with mental illness, you might not be able to work as much, so money is not in the equation as much. So basically, we won't have licensed therapists, but you will have other people who share your experience that will help you get through it.
Wonderful.
Come on, everybody. There you go. That's better. Good. Thank you very much. We're going to go ahead and give us a couple of quick minutes. We're going to figure out who's number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, number 6, number 7, 8, number 9, 10. So, my team, I'm going to meet with them for a bit, and we will give us 5 minutes at the most.
Good afternoon. My name is Tony Rogers, William Anthony Rogers by birth. I am the co-founder of Harlem Week. It has been, will be 52 years on August the 16th, which is the day of celebration for an organization that has been in existence for some time. We're at the Hackathon, which is a wonderful opportunity to begin to allow for a generational relationship between young people and what they understand information technology is. Clayton Banks, Silicon Harlem, is one of the principals here. Harlem Week has changed. Matter of fact, many of the people who are in leadership now, Marco Noble and Ade Williams and Tamiko, they are all of a generation, I guess maybe the last generation that will be able to interpret what they learned from my generation. I'm probably the last consistent one here as it relates to the beginning of Harlem Week in 1974. And it's been an interesting experience. I can remember in 1973 being in a room with Percy E. Sutton, the borough president, Hope R. Stevens, the first black president of the Uptown Chamber of Commerce, and Lloyd Williams, who at that time was the vice president of the Uptown Chamber of Commerce, and I was a program director and a student intern under Hope. That was when I was looking to go to law school, but that changed. Nevertheless, fast forward, we're here now. Young people are running it. Marco Noble, who used to be my intern, is now the chairperson. And I am looking at legacy. That's one of the themes, but it's important for me to understand that the years of work is being continued by younger people who were raised through Harlem Week in many cases. So it's always a pleasure. And I'm beginning to learn a little bit more about AI and things like that. Matter of fact, I wrote an article about seniors and AI, which is an important opportunity for elders. Matter of fact, during Harlem Week, I know that we have a Senior Citizens Day, and part of that, with the help of Clayton Banks, we introduce information technology opportunities for seniors. So again, I'd like to thank Soul City and Jasmine and Matt for giving me a platform for many years to talk about different things that are taking place, but more importantly, to be able to be part of history now as an elder. The last thing is that, coming full circle, I am now a chief in northern Ghana, and one of my responsibilities is the beginning to bring the diaspora back home. So we have a major event, which is annual, the Cultural Oneness Festival, from the 7th of December to the 17th of December. So please, if you're interested, you can go to www.culturaloneness.com.
That's, you guys want, I won't be talking, so you want him to say something first? You want to start? Everybody ready? You guys ready? Really good? Let's do it. Let's get it started.
Okay.
You guys can start.
So he's going to introduce the first place, right?
So-
Not yet. Okay, go ahead.
I'm gonna explain what the first place prize is. As you heard me mention earlier about the different events that we have main stages. One is gonna be at 135th Street and St. Nicholas Avenue, and that stage is gonna be on the 15th of August. That's the only main stage we have there. That first place team winner is either gonna be on that stage, which is our second largest day for Harlem Week. So there's about 50,000 people that come out to that stage, right? Or we may wait and do it on the next day, Harlem Day, August 16th. We have three major stages. We have a stage at 135th Street and St. Nicholas Avenue, another stage on West 135th Street in front of the famous Harlem YMCA, and then we have a third stage at 5th Avenue on 135th Street. Now, all of these are major stages. You may have heard of some of the people we're going to be honoring. Have you all ever heard of a singer named Maxwell?
Yeah.
Look up Maxwell. Maxwell.
Can't wait to taste your skin. I know that one.
So you can look that up. It's his 30th anniversary, and we're going to be honoring him. We're also going to be honoring somebody. You probably just saw her. She has a show on. Her name is Sherry Shepherd.
Yes.
Sherry Shepherd is a well-known comedian. She's worked with everybody from Dave Chappelle to Michael Epps and then some. We're going to be honoring her, and we're going to honor some other people. So that first place team is going to have the pleasure of being on stage with some of, I tell you, you may be the only one here I remember that was on stage when we honored the Janet Jackson at St. Nicholas and 135th Street. And you may be a little younger then, but they were up there with a group that we love dearly called Impact Repertory Theater, and Janet Jackson told the whole world how much she loves Impact Repertory Theater. So those are the kind of opportunities that young people get. So that first place team is going to get that opportunity, and then there'll be a special gift from one of our sponsors that'll be given to each one of those members when they get on stage. So that's the first place prize. Good luck.
Yes, let's give a round of applause and thank you. Okay, so we're gonna start with third place first, of course. But I would just like to say all of y'all did a really good job. I'm really impressed by what you were able to come up with in such a short time. It may seem long to you, but for me, I was really impressed because when I was your age, I don't think I would have been able to move as fast and efficient and have all that information and be so brave to stand up here and present yourself. So it was really amazing, and you should be super proud of yourself. We are all winners. We just based it off of information, who had the best information, presentation, and knowledge, right? And confidence, like as we spoke about. So I hope that this encourages you all to try your best. Okay, so the third place winner is Harlem Mobile. Let's give her a round of applause for Harlem Mobile, which was Group 5. You can come on up. Come on up, come on up. You can you pass that over? Oh yeah, in the magazine. You did a good job. Y'all did a good job. It's only one? No, it's more at the bottom. Here you go. Make sure that you all get a hat and a magazine. Wait, in a magazine. A magazine? Yeah, don't forget. Here you go. Wait, one more. You left so quick. Here you go. Give that to him, please. Anybody else? Everyone got something from the team? Good job. Good job. Seriously, did a good job. Okay, this was a tough one. I'm going to be honest. First place and second place was really tough for us. But second place winner is Group 4, busking. Busking, Group 4, busking. Come on up. That was a tough one. That was a tough one. You all get, yes, you all get one of these. Yep. Good job. Good job. Wait. Good job. Good job. One more. Good job. Y'all did amazing. That was a really tough decision. Okay. We're going to wait so we can make sure that our first place winners get their attention and they're up and taking a picture. Good job. All right, first place, we think we know who the first place winner is? Who said it should have been us? Group 5? No, y'all were great. Y'all, I mean, to be in the top 3, to be in any of the rounds were great. So, our first place winners are Group 1, Financial Literacy. Yes, y'all did amazing. Y'all did amazing. Y'all did amazing. And I'm going to be honest, it was a very hard decision between Group 1 and Group 4. But the reason why I thought that it was great, because I thought it was realistic, relatable, something that we could do now. I think that all youth can benefit from it, and I think financial literacy in our community is really, really, really important for our future and even for our present. So I hope that y'all really take heed to what y'all said and really try to make this app come to life, or just even following what you said for your own personal practices and passing the information along, because I think that was really, really good. Can't wait to see y'all on the stage. Y'all did great. So what else? Anything else? Any other words? Go ahead.
Congratulations to all of them. Give all the participants, all of you, a round of applause for your great work. And what I'll need for you, this is really important because every organization isn't on the same one group. So whoever is the group leader for your group, I need you to get the names. I need you to get us the list of names for everybody. So as other things come about, because there'll be other things coming about, because what you made me remember is Alicia Keys, who said to tell you guys congratulations, and she's one of our partners, has done Harlem Week with us, and she loves young people. And you know, she was a child performer at the Children's Professional Art School, and she's been with us most of her life. So she really sends great congratulations to you, and she may appear and be in one of our stages. So we have to make sure that each group, we have your names and the name of whoever is your group leader, a contact information, your organization leader, so we can get back to you and let you know about the other things, especially you guys, because you went first place. So you're going to be in one of my stages. So I look forward to that. And tell your families to come out to Harlem Week as well. Again, thank you. My name is Winston Majette. I serve as Executive Director of Harlem Week, and you'll be informed. That's why it's important for you to have your information. You'll be informed as to which stage you'll be on, and you'll be representing Clayton Banks in this fantastic New York City Hackathon. Again, give yourselves a round of applause.
We're Team 4, and I'm really happy for the experience. I had a lot of fun planning with my members.
I'm also part of Team 4, and we got Kindle out of it, so I'm really happy. I loved it here.
Me 3, I'm also part of Team 4. It was a really good experience seeing how our organization skills came together throughout the last couple hours, and just to make a really interesting product that hopefully can benefit the world.
Yeah, I agree. We definitely, work together well for people who had just met only a couple hours ago. So yeah, it was a good experience.
My experience was good. It was a good environment, good atmosphere, being around people, working with people. You know what I mean? Learning about how to manage how we can help the environment, either it's with mental health, starting a phone line. You know what I mean? So a good situation for other people.
My experience, it was good.
It was a good experience. We learned a lot about each other and how to better our community and how to implement new ideas that can help us in our future. And it was good seeing everybody else's ideas as well.
Hi, we're Team 1, and we decided to do a project on financial literacy for the youth.
My experience on doing this whole thing was very nice. We got our point across. Everybody got an understanding of our claim, and yeah.
Hi, I'm Sanasa. My experience went very well. In the beginning, it was kind of challenging. We started at a rough start. Computer wasn't working, but we grew and grew off each other, and we built to something that went well. And I feel like our group work and teamwork is what helped us in the end. So, yes, thank you for having us. I think it's a powerful and beautiful thing because us women, I feel like we grow off each other very well, and we need that. We need more Black women to have these ideas and grow something together. And I feel like it was fun, and to have this team, I feel like we built off one another so well and connected very well. So.
Yes, we will come back. Well, I will come back next year because it's a great opportunity and something to experience.
It makes you like come out your shell a little bit because I was kind of iffy about it, and then I gave it a try. It wasn't that bad.
I agree about the coming out the shell. I'm very nervous when it comes to public speaking, but doing this, like, and being with people that felt supportive, it made me comfortable. And I feel like this helps people gain opportunities for public speaking and to learn from one another and to change the world. So, yeah. It feels good. It's kind of like a humbling moment, and it honestly makes me understand like that I do have a purpose to change different things, issues in society right now, and that there is a way, even a start to everything. So.
How does it feel for you to present on stage?
To present on stage.
Yeah, how does it feel to be a winner and present on stage?
Oh, it was kind of like unexpected. We didn't really expect to win because it was last minute, but felt good, I guess.
Right, I was surprised. I'm not gonna lie. I thought we was gonna come in third, second. No, we came in first. Thank you. Like, hello, like, hello, we the first. Like, hello, like, yeah. So yeah.
Thank you.